So the trailer brakes have been cut. So we ordered the new 7-prong plug. We ordered a new center jack as well. So we'll be getting that. We'll be getting the lightings. I just added to this because it wasn't even long enough to plug it in. So our crank jack came in today, but since this has it did fall off. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna have to bend some of the stuff back down here, just extra support. But since it did fall, I am not gonna trust just the normal tappers that go in there. So this is what we're gonna do. We got these grade 8 bolts, lock washers, washer for top and bottom, and then the nut. So I couldn't find the nylon lock washer, so I'll put some thread lock on these with this lock washer, and of course I'll check them to make sure nothing ever comes loose. Got a bag blowing around over here. It's kind of windy. I don't normally try to record in the wind, so that's what we got for this. So I'm not going to record me putting this stuff on here because it's windy today. So we'll put it on there. We're supposed to get our electrical 7-prong plug in today so we can get the brakes wired back up. Might need to get some wire for that, but we can get the whole everything else in. So let's get this bolted on. Alright, so we got it all on there. Looks pretty good. Gonna have to, I don't think my tool's big enough, but there we go. Just taking that clip off so I'm not grinding out all of this stuff. So we'll see if my tool will get it. Alright, yeah, that one's complete. Center jack is in. Let's go see if the 7-prong plug is here yet or not, and then we can get into that too today. Alright guys, we're back here on the car hauler. So I like this little lock here came in today. I picked up one for my little utility trailer too. I like it because it like tightens up around this, and you can't get nothing in there to cut it. And if you try to smack it off there and break it, we're gonna hear that. So yeah, I like that lock. We'll see how it holds up in the weather. That's the problem I have with regular padlocks. They just eventually seize up, or you better just keep them lubed up. This came in as well. This will be the trailer brakes. Oh, okay, that looks good. There's the plug we need. What do we got here? Oh, grommets. Cool, because I wanted to mount this back into the frame somewhere where it's going to be out of the way, and all the trailer lights and everything will be wired right into this box. So I have a feeling I can unwire this guy from whatever it's hooked to, drill holes and run grommets through the frame, or I don't know. We'll have to wait until we climb under there and see. Oh, I'm not sure what I was pointing at, but just in case. I'll see you when we're set up to start this project right here. Get these little projects out of the way, and then we'll get to the car in there. One thing at a time. I'm going to take all these off and pull the wire out so I can run it through here. You know, this is nice and round. I don't want it to just flop off somewhere over here. So we'll do that, then we'll run it on the frame rail, and then we'll get this bolted on. So let's see how that looks. Okay, so this should be plenty of plug, I would hope. I mean, how much would you have to jackknife this thing to not be? I think I might be able to get you a little more too. Or if I had to, I could go to the other side. That should be plenty of wire. I don't know why it wouldn't be. It better be. My luck, it's not. Okay, so we did that. Pulled some of this old brake wire here back out of the way. We're gonna go underneath here, and then the cable fit through the provided loops, which is very nice. I like that. And now we can wire up all of our tail lights, blinkers, brakes, everything right here. But I did notice that these trailer lights have been chopped into way back there. So there should be enough slack here to take out for that. Let's go back there and look at it. Alright, so here we are at the tail light. They put in an extra ground, it looks like. I don't know what they got going on there. Huh. Anyway, these lights probably will get replaced with the block and the little push-in guy so they can't get bashed from the top. Alright, so, oh yeah, what a mess. Yes, that has to come out, and there should be plenty of slack for me to pull that wire all the way back and just have the one split, not 15. Actually, there's a split there and there. Changes color and wiring. That's bad that that's split over there, so I may need to buy new wire for that side. Yep, we'll figure that out, and I'll bring you guys with me. So, yeah! Alright, so that's where we're at now. I had to tap to put that box on there. Why didn't these cameras focus? Actually, when I look at the video on the full screen, it's showing that it's just fine, but this little screen, it's not showing me much. It's a 5/16, 18. What I did was I drilled this hole. Thought I had another one out here, and I tried to put one of these, which I thought would self-tap. And apparently, maybe I just didn't make the hole big enough. Anyway, that's what we put the box up there on. Alright, I'm cleaning up. I'd rather get more wire. Oh, and to give me more room under the trailer, I pulled it up onto the jack, or onto the ramps. And I put jack stands behind it, cranked it up, and then set it back down onto some jack stands in the front, and that way I feel totally safe underneath there. Because when you're by yourself, make sure you're safe first. Alright, so we're down here in my basement workshop, and we're going to get some of the wiring set up for the car hauling trailer. So, I decided to get new wire for this project. Let's get into it. Alright, so we picked up all this stuff from Walmart. Don't mind my mess down here. I'm cleaning up after this video. And that's because, well, I don't feel like cleaning right now. I feel like doing something I enjoy doing, and that's basically working with my hands on anything I can except for cleaning. Oh, okay. Well, so it looks like the end is going to be way in the middle here. I will probably run grounds, the white, all the way to both taillights as it's ground directly into the box, just because I have the wire to do so. And I'm putting all the wires. So we're going to put the wires from the taillights to the frame in this. So the white wire, I looked at those taillights and I just never seen a ground come out of the taillights. They usually ground just by the bolt when you bolt it to the trailer. So I thought it looked weird, and it's just normal. This is a ground that comes out of there. So we'll pull these all apart. There we go. Get them apart. And I don't care that they're all the same length. You know, some of them will just have to it's a giant box that they go into, so ain't gonna be all. That one didn't have to be 2 inches longer than it is. We ain't gonna worry about that. So this thing looks like it's taped shut. Oh, that wire's cut way back. There we go. We'll just go ahead and grab all of these right now. I've done all your electricity and stuff like that, but I'm not certified in nothing. Absolutely nothing. So if you don't think I'm doing something right, then you're probably right. I don't know. This is how I do it. Go with these blue guys here. I just like to pop that guy right on off in there. Don't need it. Alright, so since the solder ain't working, I'm taking this on the concrete and I'm going to just smack it shut. One quick smack and it's completely flat, completely shut. I like it better than crimping it and have one little piece holding the wire down. So you do you. I'm just showing you how I do it. And if you're going to use heat for these, stay way back. You don't want to burn nothing up. Good enough. There we go. So I'll just go through and do all the rest of them like that. And then when it's not raining out, we can get out there and start getting the wires onto the trailer. That's how I do one. No reason to watch me do 3 more. Alright guys, here we are. We're back and we are going to get this wiring in. So, alright, so I had a GoPro set up here and I must have forgot to hit record, which is a real bummer because it was actually set right here to where you could see everything get wired and went over the whole diagram. I know I picked it up on this camera, so anyway, there's the wiring. Every time I spend a lot of time setting up to record is when I usually forget to hit record. What a bummer. So we're all the way to the back. We're coming out the back here by the taillight now. Plenty of wire to do both sides. So I'll get set up to start doing the splices to get into the wires. We'll get all set up and we'll get that on recording, but it's gonna have to wait till tomorrow because I need electricity for the heat shrink and all that other stuff. So we'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, so I'm gonna take this tail light off and see if we can't put the ground wire on the inside. I don't know, I just want to scope out the light. I'm just kind of scoping out, evaluating what I've got here to see my best course of action on how I want to make sure all these lines and everything, wires, so I make sure all these wires are going to stay going. These are not water sealed at all. It's so weird, that ground just goes to the bolt by the looks of it. Oh no, it can't. So that's why there's a ground wire, because you can set up a different mounting system for them. Huh, neat. Neato. Okay. does not go to the bolts, because you can change the bolts to this side. Cha-ching, different mounting. Oops, can't see it. You can change it to this side or the back. So that's why I got ground wire in. I'm just not used to it. Alright, so whoops, I got the lock in my hand. Okay. Everything but yellow has to be chopped. I have plenty of wire, so I'm just going to come back here. I have to do it. I'm just trying to keep the most intact wiring setup I can. That's all I'm doing. There we go. All split up. We'll start with white. There's white there. A little bit more off mule. I'm just going to take this ring off. There we go. And this one. Let's see. Shall we use, I don't think I have. Yeah, this might shrink up enough. We'll put it on this one. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need a blue. Usually always when we're combining two wires into one side. Okay, so that's going to go that way, then this is going to want to go back. So these two will go into the same side. I really need to get my heat gun set up before we get that far. Oh boy. Well, that's kind of nice that those are so tight. Should make this a lot easier. Alright, get on here. Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. That boy definitely slipped. Never seen the solder pop, but I do believe it has. Looks a lot different in the sunlight. Oh yeah, she definitely popped. Okay. So yeah, that looks a lot different to me in the sun. I'm old and my eyes aren't the best. Look at that heat shrink fit on it. It's just cheapy Walmart heat shrink, so I haven't had the best of luck with this stuff. Not shrinking down and stuff like that. But to tell you the honest truth, it seems to work better with the heat gun. It's a little slower than that torch, but I won't go back to the torch. Just saying. Gotta like it when it holds itself. So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to get the blue to melt and glue itself together. Okay, there she goes with that heat shrink shut. Now she can't move nowhere. Start working on this solder. There goes the solder. You son of a... Well, this one's not going to get heat shrink because I once again forgot to put my heat shrink on there. You gotta be kidding me. Why do I do that all the time? It's alright. It's all going into the plastic thing too, so the heat shrink was just an extra additive. I'm not redoing it because of that, because basically all I did here was change the color. Just doubling up on it. Yeah. I forgot to put heat shrink on a wire again. God, man, that sucks. I don't know why. I forget that stuff all the time. Alright, guys. I just wanted to start a quick recording so you see the hole that I drilled right here. The zip tie should go right through the hole. Here's your wire. Wrap around the wire. Send the zip tie back through the hole. Push the big square end all the way to the hole. Oh, I just pulled my thumb through the hole. Pull my wire tight. Let me look under here, make sure I'm tight around the wire loom. There you go. And then I'll just take this guy. Normal zip tie. There you go. Just like that. One hole. One zip line, wire won't go nowhere. Now I'm going to go all the way down through. We'll zip tie it up until we get to the other tail light. Golden. Alright guys, so I lost some footage, but I didn't really get a lot during raining in and out. So let's just go over this. So we put all new bearings on there. I tightened up the hubs a little bit. The tires were a little looser than I like to have them. There. That one might need another. I might actually turn that. This is the only one I didn't do, and I'm going to. So that one will get tightened up. I wasn't long enough on my plug, so I did add a foot to that wire right there, so that's okay. So we put the crank on it, we got the brakes working, all that's on there. It's all painted now. We got all our little grease buddies on the wheels. We got all new wheels and tires. See how tight this is. I just got to spin the nut, like, you know, it's a castle nut. Spin that castle nut maybe 1 or 2 holes and they tighten right up. So I'll hit up the other one. Brake lights, tail lights. We'll get more reflector tape for it. And I want to add a side marker light up here. So, oh, that's the other thing, is let's see if we can see it, the little white wire that comes out the bottom, so that way the frame is grounded as well. So my little side marker lights will only need the single brown wire to run to them, and then they'll just ground off the frame. Now, what we need to do is we need to take a little bit of time. We need to load this guy up onto there, and we need to go hit some dunes. Coming soon. Alright guys, so these videos do take a long time to make, just as in the fact of you're getting a video the first day, could be months later before you get your last video, waiting on parts, other projects. You're just working on what each day provides. So that's why I'm just going to go ahead and make this video of the car hauler where it sits now, because as of right now I have no videos out. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.